Oh man. Ooh, it's cooling down tonight. Oh, what's going on, YouTube? Chevy Husker guy here, and just coming at you on my way back from Tuesday night men's group Bible study. It is one of the highlights of my week. We meet over at a guy's house, and he's got a little horse ranch, and sit out by his barn around a campfire and smoke on some stogies and dive into the Word, man. It's good. It's good stuff. We're about like 9 o'clock, a little after 9 here, so not going to do any hard riding tonight. Obviously, just making the drive home. But there are some cool things coming up. A couple of the guys that are from my Bible study, and then my two brothers and I, we're headed up to the Dragon area, North Carolina, Smoky Mountains, here in May. It's kind of my farewell trip with them. We always do a few rides together a year, with my brothers at least, not with the other guys, where we ride up there. This will be the first trip up on the KLR, so I'm going to try to hit a few of the dirt roads. Probably won't hit very many of them. I'm the only one that's on a dual sport or ADV bike, or whatever you want to call it. Everybody else is going to be on cruisers, or like my younger brother rides that CTX 1300, which is, kind of like I call it the modern interpretation of cruiser. Really nice bike. It's really smooth running. I love the sound of that V4. But obviously, we're not going to be hitting any trails when they're on Harleys and that CTX. My older brother rides Versys, but he's also got a Vulcan, and I'm not sure what he's taken yet. He's thinking about taking the cruiser just because everybody else is doing cruisers. And performance-wise, on the highway, I mean, the KLR is kind of like the cruisers. It's about the same speed. It's obviously not as comfortable at highway speeds, but 55, 60, she's perfectly happy there. So yeah, I got that coming up, and I'm really excited about it. We're going to camp up there. We're not going to stay in hotels. We're going, so we tenting up there. And something I've always wanted to do. We've always stayed in hotels. Back when I had the Bandit, we just stayed in hotels. We never camped. And one of the reasons I got the KLR, or I should say, one of the byproducts of getting the KLR is like, hey, I'm going to get into this camping thing. And you can do it pretty inexpensive. I just got some entry-level backpacking stuff. Nothing very expensive. But for what we're going to do, it's going to be fine. And I'm really excited about it. It just kind of bums me out that it takes me leaving to get people. Not it's their fault or even my fault, but actually it's my fault probably. It's really just make the time to go do it and go, okay, yeah, we're going to do it. This is our chance. We have to do it. And it's made me really think, I gotta, in a lot of areas of life, not just motorcycle riding, but just when the moment's there to embrace it and not keep pushing stuff off and finding reasons not to go do things. Whether that be trips with the wife or trips with the wife and kids. It's like, oh, when I got a little more money so we can do it big, we'll do it, or this or that. I'm always kind of, get these excuses of why you don't just go do things. You got to get out and just do them now. You got to just get out and force it to happen, or it's not going to happen. When I first moved back to the Warner Robins, Georgia area after college, I lived with the 3 other guys, and we did, a lot of stuff was always going on, but it was always the 3 of us, kind of, organizing it, even simple little, just gatherings and stuff. And then I kind of forgot that you've really got to make, I'm just going to put this, you've really got to make things happen, or they just don't. You can't just wait for somebody else to do it, because most people aren't planners, aren't organizers. They're more than happy to come. They're excited to come, and if you set it up, they will come. If you build it, they will come, right? But as far as the amount of people who will actually take the time to set things up, it's a lower percentage of the people. And so you've got, if you want things to happen, man, you've got to just make it happen.
just make it happen. And that's another thing about this Tuesday night Bible study I go to that I really, really enjoy is just, it was already there. I didn't have to set it up. It's going to continue on after I leave, and I'm going to miss those guys, and I don't know if they'll miss me, but let's assume they do. But, so I'm thinking, like, man, what if I get out there to Nebraska and, like, the church we find doesn't have that, and then it's something I really need? Well, shoot, I just got to make it happen. Like, I just got to set it up. We just got to get it rolling. Because it's things like that that really are so vitally important to live a life to the fullest here. Like, we got to surround ourselves in the situations, that feed the areas of our lives we need. Like, it's crucial for my walk with Christ to surround myself with men who also want to do it. It's good for my psyche outside of the Christian life just to have guys to sit around and chit-chat with and bounce ideas off with. Excuse me, man, this hot dog is like, whew, it was one of those pepper jack, like, sausages. It was fantastic. Like roller grill items. I'm going to go on a tangent for a second. Like, roller grill items, man, are my absolute, like, downfall. Like, I love them. Get it, killer, get it! But, yeah, so anyways, but, like, so you get past, like, those surface level things and start really digging and, like, diving into, like, the nitty gritty of life. And, for us, like, the most important things in our lives is our walk with Christ. So we sit there and dissect these verses and apply them and, like, really try to understand the character of God with every verse. It is awesome. But then we start looking at, like, applying it to our lives and trying to figure out, like, these steps we're taking and how the tapestry of life is woven. It's just really cool to, like, have those guys connect with on that. And they're like the friends that I know even years after I've moved away, that when I come back and to visit, I can just, like, show up on a Tuesday night there, and it'll be like I've never left because we've built that bond. Like, we had a guy named Al. He was, like, an amazing man. And I only knew him for a couple of years, but he was in that group, and, like, he passed away. He was fighting cancer basically the whole time I knew him. Fighting pancreatic cancer hardcore. And he passed away here a few weeks ago. But still, like, his influence in that group and with the people will always be there. And that's really cool. Like, it's really cool to know someone like that and to watch somebody. I mean, we watched and kind of walked with him through that a little bit every Tuesday night, getting updates, praying for him. And just watching him live and die so well, it was inspirational. But we got to have those people in our lives that, like, we experience life with. And yeah, like, the first thing we need to find out with is obviously our spouses. Obviously. And that's probably something I don't do as well as I should. And it's kind of like, I got this. Like, I love to go ride motorcycles. I mean, I love it. And I have this huge, I want to go out and just adventure. Like, I always want to get on the bike for a week, even if it's just me, and just disappear. But at the same time, I feel like, I kind of shortchange my wife on that because she doesn't ride. And I really, personally, don't like having a passenger all that much. I mean, we go out, like, on a weekend date or something. But I don't want to ride across country with someone in the back. And with the kids, like, she just takes care of it. And I've got to be careful that I don't put all of my big life experiences that I go out and do, that she's not part of it, because she is the second most important thing in my life next to my walk with Christ. And I need to make sure she understands that and feels that. But, so, first and foremost, we've got to make sure that we're living our lives with our wives, and that they know that they are who we want to experience life with the most. And once they understand that, and they feel that, and they're not lonely in that marriage, then they not only accept, but they encourage you to go out and experience and do the other things that maybe they don't have interest in, like the motorcycle riding, or like these men's groups. Well, obviously she can't go to the men's group because it's a men's group and she's a woman. See how that works? Like, you can't. It makes sense. But she's very much like, she's like, you need to go do that. And I think she understands, you know, like why these motorcycle trips, and again, I just try to do one, maybe two a year that I go out, and she understands that why I need that. Like, I gotta fuel that. Life becomes so routine, and we spend so much time, you know, just like at home with our families, so we think, oh yeah, like they've had their time, like, you know, I spend all the time with them. I'm with them all the time. But they, you know, like, to take them out and do cool, big experiences in life with them outside of the mundane routine. It's important that we do that, and I'm talking to myself here. Anyways, hey guys, well, I got a low battery already. I didn't charge my camera. I didn't really expect to vlog anything tonight, but I'm about halfway home, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sign out, and I will catch you guys next time. So yeah, guys, go out there and live life, man. Peace out.